Hi, my name is Gina Washington, and I am the Northwest and Northern Virginia Regional Director of the Epilepsy Foundation of Virginia. I've been with the foundation for over 20 years. I'm also the parent of a daughter who has had epilepsy for over 25 years.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nathan Fountain. I'm a neurologist at the University of Virginia, where I'm also an epileptologist, so the patients I see are all have epilepsy.
We all have in this day and time a great deal of stress. We live in a fast-paced world where everything is on demand, and this can be very taxing on us mentally and physically. And having a child with epilepsy is no different.
Today we're going to talk about some stresses of the holidays, a really common problem. You know, the holidays are stressful for everyone. They're exciting. Hopefully it's good stress for most people, but of course also that can come with some negative stress. And for people with epilepsy or seizure disorders, it can be a particular problem. There's of course the stress of family and friends and society, and the excitement of the holidays and the expectations.
But with some planning and effort, it can be much easier. So let's talk about some ways to reduce stress.
So you first have to make a conscious or purposeful decision to take care of yourself. That means to take the time to sit down, to concentrate on yourself and your unique needs and what you need to do every day, but particularly at the holidays, to take care of yourself.
Having a flexible schedule in place for effective time management prior to the holidays is another great way to reduce holiday stress. Running small children around shopping for hours last minute can be difficult at best. Keep those long trips for when you have an adequate sitter to stay, or break them into smaller trips. Set your schedule early and space out all the places that you want to go for your celebrations and gatherings, but keep it simple, without pressure of getting it all done or having to be at every event. Overdoing it can be especially hard for those with epilepsy.
You also need to have a strategy for dealing with stress. That's always a good idea, of course. We all have stress all the time, but if the holidays are particularly stressful for you, then you need a strategy for dealing with it, and that strategy needs to be up front. For instance, if you see a counselor or a psychologist, it's important to work on this with them. There's different kinds of mindfulness. There are different kinds of breathing patterns or behaviors. And there are some apps you can load on your phone. Whatever you do to manage stress is what you have to recognize and take the time to actually do it.
Exercise is one great way to daily handle stress. Aerobics, yoga, biking, boxing, or even just walking 15 to 30 minutes outside every day can greatly benefit you both physically and emotionally. It can also be an effective distraction from the holiday stress and help you relax. While fitting in exercise in your daily routine may seem overwhelming at first, you have to think of it as a requirement. As parents and caretakers, we have to stay grounded if we're going to be able to help our children learn to live well with epilepsy.
If you are the kind of person that tends to get depressed over the holidays or feel lonely, you also need a strategy specifically to deal with that, which is a little different than stress. Often they're intertwined, of course, but it's a little different. So besides seeing a formal counselor, you can think about other things to do. For instance, identifying someone you feel comfortable talking to. Could be a friend, of course, or a family member, but it could be somebody outside of your friend or normal family network. It might be someone through the church, for instance. It might be someone through a community center that you visit. Or it could be through a formal organization or even an online source.
Keep the conversations light and in perspective. Children all grow, learn, and change at different speeds, and that is no different for children with epilepsy. Every child, no matter what age or condition, needs to be encouraged and supported in knowing that they can do anything they want if they work hard to attain their goals. While John's goal may be to get into an Ivy League college, Joan's goal may be to be an artist. We are all different, and that's okay. I've heard the saying so many times from many of my clients. They say, I have epilepsy, but epilepsy doesn't have me. And I just love this mindset. It's not worth the possible additional seizures if your child is not comfortable being at a certain gathering. One good idea before you leave is to have a code word, such as campfire. So if your child comes to you and says, let's have a campfire tonight, then you know that they're telling you they're stressed out, they're not comfortable, they need to go home and rest, and do so. Have a good plan in place before leaving your house.
And then, of course, what happens if you do have a problem over the holidays? So let's say that that's when your seizures act up, either because of all the things we've talked about, or because they just decide to act up at that time anyway. Well, hopefully you have a relationship with your doctor's office that you can act on that and address your seizures. Another consideration is take your medicine on time. And that might require using a pill box. Hopefully you do anyway, but if not, that's a good time to start. It might mean setting an alarm on your watch or your phone, or even your alarm clock that goes off when it's time to take your medicine. The National Epilepsy Foundation sponsors a website called textingforcontrol.com. It's a place where you can go and enter your medications and when you take them, and it'll text you on your phone to remind you to take them. And the great thing about this is that if you don't answer the text, it says, "Did you take your medicine?" And if you don't answer yes, then it'll wait about 15 minutes or whatever you specify and text you again until you have. So it's like someone tapping you on the shoulder, "Hey, did you take your medicine?" The other thing about the holidays, you need to check to see whether or not you're going to need refills during that time of the year, during that week or 2 or 3 or 4, when it's difficult to get to doctor's offices because they're closed or busy or not available. The pharmacy's also busy or maybe even closed. Pick a day of the week, and that day every week, check your medications to see if you need refills.
Sleep and nutrition. Adequate sleep for both you and your children is a must. Our bodies need 7 to 9 hours a night to rest and heal, rejuvenate, and to prepare for the next day. Lack of sleep in children and adults has been linked to everything from obesity and diabetes to stress, depression, heart problems, and increased seizure activity. Nutrition. We all know the temptation of the holiday treats that are upcoming, and it's okay to indulge a little. But our bodies work best on good fuel, such as fruit and vegetables. Try not to overindulge in the sugary, high-carb treats and meals. Moderation is key, and some even have food triggers that can bring on headaches and intestinal discomfort, or even behavioral issues in smaller children. Stick to a healthy diet and allow moderation in holiday treats. For adults with epilepsy, many holiday celebrations may also include alcohol. While some studies have shown that a small glass of wine can be very relaxing and help reduce stress, many are sensitive to alcohol, and it is usually not good to mix it with seizure medications. The safest strategy is to limit your alcohol during the holidays. Talk with your provider to see if it's safe for you to mix alcohol and your seizure medications. They'll know what is best for you. Learn some relaxation techniques such as counting to 10 or even giving yourself a time out or a break from your current task. You can come back refreshed and ready to tackle with a new perspective. If you give yourself a chance to breathe, and it'll help you think more clearly and objectively and not overreact. Positive thinking and finding the silver lining even in the toughest situations is best. You have to do what's best for you the best way you can and in the best interest of your family. Fill your holidays with people that sincerely love and care about you and your well-being. Relax and enjoy yourself. No one is super mom or dad. We are all human.
So by following these sort of strategies for avoiding problems at the holidays, we hope the holidays are better for everyone.
I truly hope that this helps you in some small but significant way. Stress and epilepsy do not mix well for most, so please take the necessary time to take care of yourself, plan, and keep your family's busy holiday season safe. You can always visit our website at www.epilepsyva.com for more information. If you need someone to talk with, our regional directors and volunteers across the state are happy to listen and help. I sincerely hope you have a wonderful, peaceful, stress-free, and most importantly, seizure-free holiday season.